Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't posted in a couple of weeks. Real quick, just want to say thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers. We finally hit the milestone. We're going to keep going from here and keep grinding. Thank you again to everyone that subscribes and watches the videos. And we've had a lot of growth lately, so thank you. The reason why I haven't posted in the last 2 weeks, we all were kind of sick and we didn't go to the gym. And we just, besides recording house videos and Scoobert videos, we just didn't have time to record my videos on my channel, but we should be back hopefully next week with a regularly scheduled program. Anyway, the reason we're here today is because I knew I was going to get a lot of flack for this. I knew I was. I always do. I've been saying for a long time that Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, that trilogy, is extremely overrated. People always want to say that it's one of the greatest superhero movies ever and blah blah blah, but it's not. We're gonna read some of the comments. I read a couple of them. They were funny. This is all in jest, you know, it's all joking, so I'm not mad at anyone or whatever. So I've always gotten flack for saying that it's not that good, which is just my opinion. So yeah, let's dive into some of these comments. Oh boy. Most of the comments are about me, I feel like, because I said it's not that good. Okay, wait a second. Some people in here kind of agreeing. We got Trayvon here 6 minutes ago. He said Toby is the worst Spider-Man. First Avengers is an S. Okay. All his movies F. Captain America, all his movies F. I don't know about that. My boy, shout out Country Kirby. That's one of the OGs. Super loyal on all of our channels. He said Michael B be effing movies up. I don't think I agree with that. Michael B is usually pretty straight, but ooh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, this is a good one. So I've never seen Ghost Rider, so I can't say anything about it, but we have RL Rich Wavy. He said, these dudes put Ghost Rider over Spider-Man 2 is wild. I've never seen Ghost Rider. I've heard that it's bad, but I've never seen it, so I can't say. And it has Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, every movie I've ever seen with Nicolas Cage is terrible. But maybe Ghost Rider is better. I don't know. I can't speak on that one. Here we have Kyrie Carter, Spider-Man 2, legit one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Again, please flood my comments right now on the video. I need to know what makes Spider-Man 2 so great, because I just don't see. I've watched the movie, I would say, probably like 12 to 15 times total in my lifetime. I'd say probably like 8 of those when I was a kid, which I did really enjoy it. But then when I got older, I was like, let me go back and rewatch some of these movies I've loved. And yeah, Spider-Man 2 just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the love dynamic. I never liked Mary Jane. Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane, never liked her. And Toby was a good Peter Parker, I feel like. He's pretty straight, nothing crazy. I like Tom Holland's the best to me.
Thank you guys for having me.
But the love dynamic was, I just didn't care for it. In Spider-Man 1, it wasn't too heavy. Spider-Man 3, it wasn't too heavy. Spider-Man 2, the whole movie was like just based on their love dynamic. He didn't have powers half the movie. It was just bad. But I did like Dr. Octopus, though. I thought he was a good villain, good casting for that. They just didn't show him enough, really. Big Go, shout out Big Go. He said Civil War is an S, not gonna lie. Civil War is fire. I wouldn't be mad at an S. I wouldn't be mad. We only had 2 S's. Is it S? It might be. It might be. I'm not mad at that one. Dioshi, I guess is how you say that. 10 minutes in and y'all hold the F out of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I mean, did we though? We gave the first one a B. I feel like that's about right. It's the best one out of the 3. Spider-Man 2, I was hating a little bit putting that, what did I say, D, but no one yelled at me when I said it's D. I'm just saying. It's probably C. I mean, it's an average movie to me. I just think it was too focused on the love dynamic. Maybe D's too low. Maybe I was hating a little too much, but and then we gave Spider-Man 3 a C. So maybe 2 C's and a B. That seems accurate to me. Woo Lee. We have the worst taste in movies I've ever seen in my life. That hurts. Not really though. Just a God said X-Men Origin over Spider-Man 2 and on the same tier as Iron Man is not crazy, it's disrespectful. X-Men Origins good. Real good, I think. I think it's one of the best X-Men movies. Is it disrespectful? Same tiers? Iron Man? Nah, I don't think so. I feel like they're both good origin story movies. Grayson Does Everything said, I would love to see a debate where House takes on some real Marvel heads and to see how bad they would disagree. It would be great. Again, like I said, growing up, I got a lot of hate for the Spider-Man 2 hate that I don't hate it, but just Spider-Man 2 dislike I have toward it. And one of my friends, shout out to Zach, he is the biggest Marvel head ever. He's in the comics, he's in the backstory, he collects Legos on them. Like he's all about Marvel. Then we actually rewatched it as a friend group, and he kind of agreed. He didn't fully agree, but he did say Spider-Man 2 is not as good as he remembers. And my other friend Matt, shout out Matt, and Kevin was there too, but yeah, we all kind of agreed that it's not as good as people think. King Giannis said 2 minutes in, we're tripping. Spider-Man 2 is literally considered one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time with a dub talk. I don't know where people are getting this information. Like, are you just reading reviews, or are you actually speaking from your own like heart and soul that it's one of the best superhero movies, Spider-Man movies ever made? Because, is it? Miles Morales Spider-Man is killing Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. The Miles Morales movie was so good. They got X-Men Apocalypse over it. I'm crying. They moved it to D. I can't watch this no more. This is wild. X-Men Apocalypse is probably worse for sure. Yeah, I think I said in the video I didn't like it, but I don't remember what I said, where to put it. I think we have it at C though. It's pretty bad. It's probably about the same as Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 is a little bit better. Majid Muhammad, he said, if dudes want to watch a Spider-Man movie, like with actual plot and character development, looking for that in Spider-Man 2 is the right place. But if dudes want Spider-Man flying everywhere, whipping people, then watch the Tom Holland movies, except No Way Home. Expect? I think he meant except No Way Home. My point is, Sam Raimi's work on those first 2 movies with Tobey were legendary. Spider-Man 3 was a disappointment, though. I get what they're saying with the character and plot development. I really do. Trust me, I do. The thing is, with superhero movies, if you're going to do kind of like the plot driving, like it's more a focus on the people's dynamic and talking with each other, I think there's a way to do it right and still mix in enough good action and enough of the character you want to see. Like, I'm watching Spider-Man, I want to see Spider-Man, which is why when we were talking about X-Men No Way's Past, or whatever it was called that Dre was talking about, Charles and Magneto have a really good dynamic, good plot. It's the prequel to the rest of the X-Men movies. They drive the plot really well, but I still feel like there's enough action mixed in. And the dynamic of them is more interesting than Mary Jane and the Tobey Maguire trilogy is completely different than like the Mary Jane I remember from the comics and the old shows. One of my favorite movies of all time is Django, played by Jamie Foxx. That is a movie that is very similar, I feel like, to Spider-Man 2, honestly. It's got some action in there. It's very love-based. The whole point of the movie is love and finding his wife that was sold off to a different plantation. But again, it's mixed in really well, and the dynamic of, what's his name, Dr. Schultz and Django is really good. It plays well throughout the movie. Hades Sniper, he said S tier. Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man 2, Logan, Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the new one. I haven't seen that one yet. And Captain America Civil War. That's a pretty solid S tier. Spider-Verse, to me, S tier. That's the best Spider-Man movie made so far. I haven't seen the No Way Home. And Civil War, I'm not mad at Civil War at S. Again, that's a good movie. A, we got Thor Ragnarok. Okay, I can see it, but I'm more on B for that movie. Black Panther, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Avengers. I mean, his list looks like pretty straight. B, we got Volume 2, Homecoming, Doctor Strange. I never saw Doctor Strange. Shang-Chi, I think it's 2021, so that's why it wasn't on the list when we rated them. First Avenger, Age of Ultron. C, Black Widow, I didn't see that one, but again, that's 2021. Far From Home, Eternals, that's a new one too. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. It's got them on the same tier. Interesting. I think Iron Man 2 is way better than Iron Man 3, but both Ant-Man at C. Captain Marvel, I did not like Captain Marvel. Incredible Hulk. Yeah, that being on the same tier, yeah. Okay. KD Sniper, your list is pretty straight. My boy, Zenkai Vegeta, he said, this video is not valid because of how y'all talked about Spider-Man 2. Although I agree, Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I'm sorry I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to speak my mind. I had to speak the truth. Shout out Eli the Misfit. He said, pretty great list. Shout out Mizzy Fit. He said, keep doing these lists. Y'all are horrible at this. I got some comments down here. Like, I'm glad that it got some good interaction. GG said Trey ain't say a dang word. If you actually know Trey, he's not good with movies. They all blended together for him. He couldn't remember which ones he watched, so that's why he didn't really have too much to say. He's, pretty casual with the whole Marvel universe and all that stuff. Paper Route Frank said, I can't watch the vids. Sometimes I can't watch the vids because of Dub. Dub doesn't like anything that people like. That's not true. That's the one thing I can very well see why people would hate, like, that I said it's not good, because that I've always heard that it's the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Note to self, don't trust Trey and Dre with basketball, and Dub doesn't know a good movie if it hit him. That hurts. Not really though, I really... Okay, so this one this is one of the first ones I saw that I replied to. The fact he said Spider-Man 2 was bad and it focused on Peter and MJ's love story shows me that Dub has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to movies. And I replied and I said, I think it's because I really don't like Kirsten Dunst as MJ, so when the movie was so focused on her, it made it whack to me, plus Spider-Man didn't have his powers for a lot of the movie. In Spider-Man 2, there was a huge chunk of the movie where, like, he kind of had his powers, he's going to the doctors, he was falling, ooh, my back, the meme. Heck nah, MJ and Tobey Maguire's was so effing annoying. I agree with Dub. Stand up for yourself. They saying you don't watch movies. I might make a video reacting to some comments, and here we are. That part of what made it good, to be honest. He was having doubts in himself and didn't want to be Spider-Man anymore because of messing up his personal life. So reacted with his body and lost powers. I understand what they were going for in the movie. I just didn't care for it. I knew that he was kind of like, I just want to be with MJ. I don't want to be Spider-Man. I just want to live my own life, do my own science thing. I'm failing. Like, that's when he was like failing his assignments with Dr. Connors. I don't know. I feel like they could have did it a different way, I think, and would have made it a lot better. So we went through a good amount of comments there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Am I hating? It's probably a C to me if I was to redo the list. The guys didn't, they didn't throw fits at me. We had Jalen in there. Shout out Jalen, trying to do right. Link down below. We had Jeremy in there. He didn't, they all said that was probably the worst one. They said they messed with Spider-Man 3. I messed with Spider-Man 3 too. I still think the first one in the trilogy was the best. That's going to wrap it up. Again, thank you for 3,000 subscribers. Hopefully, starting next week, back to regular scheduled program. Again, we were sick and we just weren't recording extra stuff for me because we only record for me when we have extra time. So that's it, man. We out. Peace.